Lucas Anderson sat alone in the school library of Lincoln High School, Texas. The afternoon sun filtered through tall windows, but his mind was restless. Finals week had arrived, and pressure sat heavily on his chest. Lucas was a good student, but not a perfect one. His mother, Rachel Anderson, worked 2 jobs to support him after his father passed away. Lucas carried a silent promise in his heart. I must succeed, no matter what. As he reached for a book on the teacher's desk to return it, something slipped onto the floor, a sealed envelope. He bent down and picked it up. Written clearly on the front were the words Final Math Exam. Graduóse. Lucas's breath caught. He looked around. The library was empty. His hands felt cold as he realized what he was holding. This wasn't just any paper, it was the final exam, the one that would decide scholarships, futures, and pride. 1,000 thoughts rushed through his mind. If I look inside just once, I could secure my future. Mom wouldn't have to struggle anymore. He sat down slowly, the envelope heavy in his hands. That night at home, the envelope rested in Lucas's backpack. He hadn't opened it, but its presence felt loud, like a voice whispering in the dark. At dinner, Rachel noticed his silence. Everything okay, Lucas? She asked gently. He forced a smile. Just tired. Rachel nodded. I know life isn't easy, but remember something your dad always said. Your success means nothing if you lose yourself. Lucas froze. Her words pierced straight through him. That night, he couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling, thinking of the envelope, the future, and the thin line between right and wrong. The next morning, Lucas stood outside Mr. Daniel Brooks' classroom, the strict but fair math teacher. Students passed by, laughing, unaware of the storm inside him. Lucas tightened his grip on the backpack. He raised his hand and knocked. The door opened. Lucas, Mr. Brooks said, surprised. What is it? Lucas swallowed hard. Sir, I found something that doesn't belong to me. He slowly pulled out the sealed envelope. Mr. Brooks' eyes widened. The hallway felt silent. Lucas waited, heart pounding, unsure whether honesty would protect him or cost him everything. Mr. Daniel Brooks held the envelope in his hands, his expression serious. He looked at Lucas Anderson carefully, as if trying to read his heart. Do you know what this is? He asked. Yes, sir, Lucas replied quietly. I found it in the library yesterday. Mr. Brooks took a deep breath and opened the drawer, placing the envelope inside. You could have opened it, he said. No one would have known. Lucas lowered his eyes. I thought about it. The room felt heavy, but I didn't, Lucas continued, because it wouldn't be fair, and it wouldn't be right. Mr. Brooks sat down slowly. You understand how much pressure students are under. Scholarships, expectations, lives. Lucas nodded. My mom works 2 jobs. I wanted to help her, but cheating wouldn't be real success. Silence filled the room. Then Mr. Brooks stood up and extended his hand. Lucas, what you did takes courage, more than solving any equation. Lucas shook his hand, his eyes burning with emotion. Later that day, something unexpected happened. During math class, Mr. Brooks addressed the students. Before we begin, he said, I want to share something important. Lucas felt his heart race. A student returned a confidential exam without opening it. Mr. Brooks continued, "This is the kind of integrity that defines true success." Whispers spread across the room. Lucas felt eyes on him. Though his name wasn't mentioned, some students smiled with respect. Others looked uncomfortable. One student, Jason Miller, leaned over and whispered, "Man, you're crazy. That exam could have guaranteed an A." Lucas replied softly, "I'd rather earn it." That evening, Lucas walked home under the orange glow of streetlights. He felt lighter, yet uncertain. What if honesty didn't pay? What if he failed the exam anyway? At home, Rachel noticed something different. "You did something brave today, didn't you?" she asked. Lucas nodded. "I hope it was the right thing." Rachel hugged him tightly. Right things don't always feel rewarding immediately, but they build strong souls. Lucas looked out the window, thinking of the exam, the future, and the risk he had taken. He didn't know it yet, but honesty was already working in his favor. Exam day arrived. Lucas Anderson sat at his desk, staring at the test paper in front of him. His hands felt slightly cold, but his mind was clear. This was the same exam, the one he had returned unopened. "Now it's just me and what I truly know," he thought. As the clock started, pencils scratched across paper. Some students looked confident. Others looked nervous. Lucas worked carefully, solving each problem step by step. There were moments of doubt. Moments when he wished he had just glanced inside that envelope, but he pushed the thought away. Honesty wasn't easy, but it was clean. A week later, results were posted outside the classroom. Students crowded the board. Lucas walked slowly, his heart pounding. He found his name, Lucas Anderson. His breath caught. It wasn't perfect, but it was earned. Jason Miller clapped him on the back. "Guess honesty didn't ruin your life after all." Lucas smiled. "It gave me peace." That afternoon, Lucas was called to the principal's office. "This can't be good," he thought. Inside sat Principal Karen Whitman and Mr. Brooks. "Lucas," Principal Whitman said kindly, "we want to talk to you about something important." Lucas sat down, tense. Mr. Brooks spoke. "Your honesty didn't go unnoticed. The school has a leadership scholarship given to students who demonstrate strong character." Principal Whitman slid a paper across the desk. "You've been nominated?" Lucas's eyes widened. "Me? Yes," she said. "Grades matter, but character matters more." Lucas felt his chest tighten with emotion. He thought of his mother, of long nights, of silent sacrifices. That evening, Lucas told Rachel everything. She covered her face, tears slipping through her fingers. "Your father would be so proud," she said. Lucas looked at her. "I was scared, Mom." She smiled softly. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing right, despite it. As Lucas lay in bed that night, he realized something powerful. Honesty didn't remove challenges. It gave him the strength to face them. Graduation day filled the auditorium with applause and hope. Families smiled, cameras flashed, and dreams floated in the air. Lucas Anderson sat in his cap and gown, scanning the crowd. He saw his mother. Rachel Anderson stood proudly, her eyes shining with tears. For years, she had carried the weight of responsibility alone. Today, that weight felt lighter. When Lucas's name was called, he walked across the stage with steady steps. After the ceremony, Principal Karen Whitman took the microphone. "Before we close," she said, "I want to recognize a student whose honesty set an example for our entire school." Lucas's heart skipped. "Lucas Anderson," she continued, "your integrity reminded us that education is not just about grades but about values." Applause filled the room. Principal Whitman handed him a certificate. Leadership Scholarship Award. Lucas held it with trembling hands. Outside, Rachel hugged him tightly. "You did this the right way," she whispered. Lucas smiled. "We did." A few weeks later, a letter arrived. Lucas had been accepted into a state university with financial support. He sat quietly, holding the letter, understanding something deeply. His future wasn't built on shortcuts, it was built on truth. On his first day at university, Lucas walked across campus, students rushing past him. The world felt wide and full of possibility. He paused for a moment and looked up at the sky. "I chose honesty, Said." Softly, and honesty had chosen him back.